guys, welcome to our channel.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of 411 on the Copelands. This is a very, very special episode, a quick episode. We do have a guest. This will be audio only. This will be audio only. So my father
Gotta catch a flight.
got to catch a flight in like 2 hours. So we decided we would make this one a quickie, if you will. So say hi, Dad. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Bree just said my voice sounds just like his. So I wanted to start off this podcast by first introducing my father, telling you a little bit about him and where he's from. A lot of people who are listening to this already know who I am and know a lot about me. But hearing where it came from, I think is will help give people more context.
A special treat.
A special treat. We'll just make this short. We'll keep it like 10 to 15 minutes long. But so, Dad, is there something special that you can tell people about me that not many people know?
And it doesn't have to be G-rated.
Doesn't have. It can be.
Tell us the dirt. Tell us the juice.
Anything you want. Anything you can think of.
There is so much about Michael. There's not enough time to describe all of the positives. He was a great kid, very disciplined. He's a chip off the old block.
See, I always thought I was hard. I always thought I was hard-headed. I mean, I was disciplined, but I was kind of a hardhead.
Well, that all goes into growing up. I don't think there's any kid that I know that hasn't been hard-headed at some point or another.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, so
I can agree with that. I was snotty-nosed.
What I enjoyed most one of the things that I enjoyed most was his discipline and when he decided to do something. For instance, he was a hell of a baseball player.
His feet speak for that.
My feet speak. Oh. No, she's seen my feet quite a few times playing first base and having my foot cleated. My toenails have fallen off a couple of times. So we had a bad experience and we were in Europe. We were in Italy. And I kicked something.
The bed.
I kicked the edge. Yeah, I kicked the edge of the bed, and because my toenails already partially detached, it flipped it up. So I basically ripped off the Band-Aid. I pulled the rest of the toenail off.
And it made the most disgusting separation noise.
Oh yeah.
And we were in Italy, and he was just in so much pain, and we were new, and I had to run to find like alcohol, gauze, bandages, and stuff like that. And so I'm running down this dark ass alley. Didn't realize I was in my pajamas till I got to the little store, and I'm like, I don't know any Italian. Blood, lots of blood, blood, bandages. Like that. I was making all these things. So yes, I know from his feet.
Yeah, I played first base as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So I know exactly what it is. I don't think I have a toe on my feet that I haven't lost a nail.
Dang.
So he's lost more than me.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get stepped on all the time. The enjoyment was watching him play. I mean, there was a time we went to Florida, Ocala, Florida. We played in a tournament. He was playing with Top Guns.
Shout out Top Guns. Those are still my guys. Go ahead.
And he was playing. He was hitting the ball so well that they started to intentionally walk him.
What's that mean?
So when you do a walk, you basically throw 4 balls in a row and you give a person a free base.
Oh.
Yeah.
They wouldn't pitch to him. He was really stroking the ball that time. And then the other team started to do the same thing, walk him. They would not let him come to bat if there were people on board.
And it was, and they learned that after some guy made the mistake of throwing a curveball. I remember when they started the at bat when they started doing that. Some dude decided he was going to throw me a curveball, and I hit I hit a gap to, it was right center. It was a gap to right center, and it came down. And they were like, "Yeah, walk him from now on."
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they saw me as a contact hitter.
See, I only noticed his baseball arm when we got a dog.
And I was
he would throw it, and he threw it so far. You've seen our backyard. He threw it so far, he threw it over the back fence. And we lost several toys. And those neighbors still have not given those toys back. But he'll throw it over the fence. And I'm like, okay, well, there goes another toy. Let's go buy one. Mochi loves it.
Well, yeah, go ahead, Dad. Keep telling good things about me. I'm liking this one. You want to talk about basketball? I thought that's
Sure.
I thought that's what you would bring up was the state championships and all that.
Sure. Michael is one of the few athletes who have had the privilege in high school to win 3 state championships. They were 3 in a row, which is in the state of Kansas. There's only one other team that accomplished that feat, and that was from McPherson. They were the only other high school in the state of Kansas to win 3 state championships. In fact, there was in the championship games of 5A, in the semifinals, Michael scored the last basket to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the finals, he repeated that. And scored the last basket to win the game. It's just one of those incredible moments that you have to be there to actually appreciate or understand how difficult that is.
Mm-hmm.
2 games back to back, scoring the winning baskets. It was definitely a unique experience that I enjoyed very much.
Thank you.
I would say that, we talk about social media and stuff. I'm so happy we didn't have social media when we were younger, but I wish we did as an athlete. Because as an athlete, we don't have those clips because people took them on their phones when phones weren't the greatest back then. And we didn't have iClouds to save them, as well as like all these old digital cameras that can't nobody find the SD cards for.
At Highland Park, we had Mr. Miller. And
My daddy?
was no. We had our own Mr. Miller. He was the videographer for Highland Park basketball.
But do you still have those?
Our coach does. I have the DVD of the state championship game.
Because that's what I was saying. Because like my coach would videotape stuff, but I'm pretty sure she taped over them because it was like it's a learning thing. Like, hey, you saw how you got that stick right there. Don't do that next time. I'm saying like
I got you. Also, it was to critique
I
people.
think so. And so I know there were like videos. I have videos, but remember like that's before we had like viruses were really big and they would get on your computer and mess up stuff. So I don't have any videos from when I was in high school and college.
You didn't know me at that time. I could have fixed all that.
Yeah, that's true. Go back in time and get that for me.
Yeah, I have several videos of games. We played a game in, I think they had won the state championship the year before.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't recall exactly where it was, but the kids came out and played one hell of a game. I thought it was going to be closer. A state champion, you figure they're very good. They were. But on that given day, Highland Park was the best.
You're talking about when I was a junior. And who did we play? We played.
Was it Liberty?
No, it wasn't Liberty. I forgot. There was a green. It was green. They had like green and red. They had like, what was it? Green and it was like green and white. Their colors were kind of like ours, so we had to wear like different uniforms that game.
Yeah, it's.
Oh yeah, I remember that. No, we came out to play. I think Cannon had like 26 or something like that.
Cannon played. He was playing off the charts.
Yeah, man. Cannon Fields, if you hear this, man, thank you for that.
Yeah, they had nothing for him.
Yeah.
He more or less was able to do what he when he wanted to do it.
That's the best guard I've played with in high school or college. He was better than every guard I played with in college, by far. He could do anything.
He was a talented young ball player. I'm just sorry I didn't have the opportunity to see him. Did he go to college?
Yeah, no. So his first year he went to Cali with me, and then he moved around a little bit. He ended up going. He went to like a MIAA school. I think he ended up going to Allen his second year.
Okay.
So yeah, he transferred out.
Okay.
Yeah, he really could have gone overseas and played, but he just didn't end up doing. He had a couple kids, so he didn't want to be away from them and stuff like that. It's just life and life stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, he was great.
Well, Cannon, if you are able to hear this, hi.
What else, Dad? Do you want to take it back? I remember you love telling them about how I messed up your sleep patterns.
Well, when Mike was a baby, I'm a very light sleeper. And my wife, his mother, slept like a log. You couldn't wake her if you stood over her and clapped in her ear.
So she is me.
Huh?
I am her.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. No, we always say how Bree is much like Mom is.
Mm-hmm.
They have all these different qualities. And they're basically the same person, like reincarnated.
And I keep learning more and more that I'm like, well, dang, that's me. I'm a hard sleeper.
Yeah, so when my kids were born, my sleep pattern changed. I could tell when they moved into bed. I knew. Okay, I when they had accidents, I would get up, change them, and let them go back to sleep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Some people, I enjoyed that. I enjoy watching him after I change his diaper to see the expression change on his face. Ah.
That's the expression he makes now when he goes to the bathroom. That was a good one. That's how he came out the bedroom just now after using the bathroom.
We didn't want to put that on the podcast.
That's why you delete it. You fine.
I wanted to be able to do this is why I got this board. I wanted to be able to do it. I wanted to be able to do it, put it up, not have to worry about it.
You can't anticipate what I'm going to say.
Oh, no. Look here, we X-rated. I can tell them about the other night.
We can delete it.
This is going up there. Anyways, never mind. We're in front of my father.
Yeah. Well, I know I have a question. Again, from like the first time me and Michael met, it was, the astrology.
Astrology.
Yeah.
Astrology has to do more with other things. Well, yeah.
Astronomy. Signs. Yeah, the signs in the corners. Okay, so astronomy. And he told me that a lot of that happened with you. I know the first time I visited your house, he got so excited and would show me like that big science book you gave him. That's like the same size as a big dog. It's like really, really tall. And then there was a smaller one that had complete details, right? Or was that the same book?
No, it was a big. No, it was one with the big pictures in it, right? Yeah. No, those were the same book. Yeah.
Oh, it's the same book. Okay, yeah. And so I know you kind of inspired that. Is it? And you saw his telescope today.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of cool. What made you decide to tell him about that stuff, or did you just see that he had an interest in it? And you said it?
I used to go up to his school when he was in elementary school, to a science class. In fact, we even dissected a frog together.
Aw,
yeah,
what a nice moment.
And
we still have those pictures, don't we?
Yeah, I have you sitting there, you and I, as you dissecting the frog.
Yep. I remember that.
Yeah. And what I enjoyed most, I enjoyed feeding him, exposing him to as many things as possible because he had a grasp. He could pick up something and run with it. And I recall, I think he was in, the 5th grade or so. I bought him a telescope, and on that particular evening when I brought it up to his school, you could view Venus. And he was so excited about that. And like I said, I tried my best to feed him as much information as he could stand. And look at him now. It's a result of his desire, his efforts. I only was an instrument, but he has taken what I've taught him and expanded on in a way in which I couldn't. But I initially gave him the information and let him run, and to let him develop it himself. Hands-on, I've always believed was the best thing. And I tried to, both him and his brother, have them do a number of things where it's hands-on. That way it's, once you learn that way, it stays with you forever. And I was blessed. I mean, I had 2 intelligent sons who, they were just great.
Aww.
I mean, there were the times that I had to curse them out a few, but other than that,
I think that's a lot of times.
Don't. hey.
I think he was bad. I feel like y'all sugarcoated. He was bad
because
he was smart. Everyone was like, ah.
No, I had undiagnosed ADHD, and I had problems paying attention and talking too much. I wasn't never getting in fights or nothing like that. At least I wasn't starting fights. They started with me. But no, my biggest problems in school were talking too much because I already knew half the material.
Yeah, you were more advanced than most of your.
I got bored.
Yeah, that's what they say happens with kids who are too smart.
At the 5th grade, he was as accomplished in his learning as a 8th grader.
I remember. I think I broke the record at Williams for like words per minute or something like that.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I was getting exemplaries on all, like, they have like the state mandated tests.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting like 96% on them, and like the average was like, if you have like these different levels, like I was always like the exemplary. And I think the average was some other word. I forgot what they use it, but I was always exemplary on every one of them.
There goes my smart baby.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not, like I said, I don't like bragging about myself, because to me, at the end of the day, I'm just a dude.
That's why he has you here, so you can brag about him.
A really lucky dude.
Wait, I got some more questions.
You got another question? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. The other question is, I also hear you're to contribute to why Michael always eats all my food.
No.
Basically, just that you used to give them huge portions.
Oh, yeah.
And they had to finish it before they left the table.
Yes.
But you gave him grown men portions. So that's why, as a child, his stomach is always empty. He's always still hungry because these portions that he gets from me in restaurants just aren't enough.
No.
Well, he didn't get that from me. He got that from my mother.
Okay.
My mother, there were 3 of us coming up. And whenever she cooked, like if she made chicken, she had to do 2 chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that came over to the house, if you didn't eat, you had a problem. And it's just like a Southern household. When you go over there and they're serving food, it's out of respect. Well, not only out of respect, but you enjoy yourself.
Courtesy, comfortability.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like being in, when I was living in Trinidad, Tobago, I used to go up to the mountain, and I had a friend there named Philip. And the first time he took me to his house, his mother served, I can't tell you what it was, but it was good.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately jumped up and said, "Can I have some more?" and that endeared me in her heart, She said, "Come back anytime you want."
So it's also like a compliment because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you like the food. You weren't just being nice.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice. And it was in the mountains in Trinidad, and such a beautiful place. There is a section there called Toco, and it's been uninhabited. In the in 1800s and early 1900s, they used to grow a lot of sugar cane.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was on the Atlantic, it's where the Atlantic and the Caribbean meet, it was too difficult for boats to come in to grab the sugar cane.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the farms just died out. But we used to go, you could go up in the mountains, we'd take burlap sacks, and you get mangoes, bananas. I mean, all of this fruit just growing wild. The only thing you have to watch out for is the snakes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they tell you,
That's why I'll never get her to go up there.
they say you never reach. Before you stick your hand somewhere, you survey it very well.
Yeah.
Because if you get bit, you could just sit your ass on the side.
And die.
Because you could never get to a hospital in time.
Dang.
So you might as well sit on the curb and just kiss your ass goodbye. Put your hands put your head between your legs.
Exactly.
What other questions did you have, baby? I know you got something. Come on, you got something brewing.
We gotta make sure. I don't want them late.
We got 3 minutes because my dad got to catch a flight.
I guess what I'll ask is, you were just at the wedding. How did it make you feel to see him get married and the vows and just having a great time? Because you said you had a great time. You said it was amazing.
Like I mentioned at the wedding, I said to all parents, there's you can never be, well, let me back up. To see him grow and become a part of a couple and to have the opportunity to meet Bree, I felt he was one of the luckiest people in the world. He was always happy, but not like he is now. And that's all attributed to Bree. It was a great affair. They put on a show. And what an amazing show it was. It was a pleasure. A parent couldn't be any more prouder than I was of him and Bree at that moment to see them join their nuptials. And I'm so happy for them. What can I tell you? People say you want your soulmate. Well, Michael's found his soulmate. So I am overwhelmed with joy, and I couldn't be happier.
Thank you, Dad.
That's my pops.
That's your pops too now.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting used to saying the names because I can't call y'all both mama and daddy because then who's going to turn around? So your set of parents have to have a name and my set of parents have to have a name. I want them to know who I'm talking to when I say it in a crowd.
All right, Dad. Well, we have to cut it off here, unfortunately. I know we could stay here and talk for 2 hours, but you have a flight to catch. You got to get back home.
Yes.
You have to get back to your garden.
His garden. He's the prized gardener. So he doesn't have any social media, but we do.
Yeah, we do. So you know where you can find me, my good people. You can find me at Mike Copeland for real on Instagram. That is Mike Copeland, the number 4 real.
You can find me at Brittany Like Peony. Once again, that's at Brittany Like Peony on Instagram and TikTok. And you can find all of our 411 on the Copeland stuff on Instagram as well as Facebook. We do have the podcast on Facebook too.
Yes, ma'am. So we will catch you guys later. Thank you for listening to this. Oh, this was 25 minutes. It wasn't a short, but another episode of 411 on the Copelands. And,
Bye.
And this is, once again, this is audio only. So this will not be on YouTube. Catch it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the major platforms. And leave us a rating, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Over and out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.